MacBook or Mac products is cheaper than a PC. So our main speaker of today, which is Guru, will be sharing with you how you can own Apple devices with a more efficient way and a very effective cost. So before we begin, let me run through a very quick housekeeping notes. So basically, you are encouraged to join in on the listen mode only during the presentation. However, you can unmute yourself anytime you feel like you want to ask question to then raise it to Guru. You can unmute the microphone icon. So question also can be raised through a chat widget or during the Q&A session. So tell us how we did in this throughout this session through a feedback form that we will be shared towards the end of the session. And kindly note that this session will be recorded in order to offer you or any other attendees or participants that is interested to find out more. So, and then this is all about the agendas, a quick and also a simple one where I'll be sharing myself, Rachel. I'll be sharing about automatics, though most of you mainly are our existing customers, but there are some few updates we'd like to share with you. And move on to the main topic of today where Guru, the Apple Practice BDM of Novantic, will be sharing the topics where how you can own ownership of the Apple products in a very cost efficient way. Then we move on to Q&A. After Q&A, then where our session will be end. So for me to share about Novantic, so all of you know that we are actually a global company where we have presence in 60 over countries, and we are coming to public list on NASDAQ soon. And we have over 6,000 over employees. Our tagline is always global expertise, local outcomes, means that our skill set is being shared internally, globally. Like for example, even though our customers based in Kuala Lumpur, but we can actually look out for expertise from the global level as well. So, and then of course, not to mention about our areas that we are covering in part of your digital transformation journey, coming from cybersecurity, infrastructure as a service, AI, machine learning, etc., hardware as well, where we'll be discussing today. And we have over hundreds over vendors, not just people might know we are on just Microsoft partners, but we offer more than that. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic to Guru, where he will be sharing between relation between collaboration with Apple and Novatic. Over to you, Guru.
Hi, Rachel. You can hear me? Testing.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this webinar. And before I start, I would like to introduce about our collaboration with Apple. We are proudly say that we got this Apple authorized reseller program last year, and successfully we are meeting our customers, doing programs, and we are on the road, right, selling Apple products. So selling Apple product consists of all the Apple products from the Mac, iPad, until the Apple Watch, even the accessories. So here we are dealing with B2B, right, business to business, and our Apple's ecosystem is to cater, Apple technology to enterprises as well as for education sector. So apart from this, we have our team, right? We are the IT business for more than 12 years in Malaysia, and we do have our in-house expertise managing the device management, right? Mobile device management, endpoint mobile management, as well as unified enterprise management. So we have trained our, our engineers, and we have certification to deal with Apple Business Manager to do the device enrollment program, to manage your Apple ID for all your stuff, and so on. So yeah, so that's the very quick introduction on Apple and Novantic. So let me bring to next page. Hopefully I can navigate. Yep. So yes, dear audience, today we're going to talk about the total cost of ownership of Apple products. So actually, we have a very different feedback from the floor, from the customers, that the first thing they say that, Apple products are expensive, and it needs a lot of planning on budgetary to even think about it. But I would like to differ, because it's way cheaper, and I think when you talk about the ownership of the devices for a period of 2 to 3 years, right? The life cycle of a device. Going to the next page. It's not moving.
Sorry, Guru, you might have to press the take control button.
Yeah. Okay, so
Right.
what is TCO? See, as I said, many customers look at the face value of the Mac when deciding on the computer, right? So today I'm going to say and show you how actually Apple device can be money saving for enterprises, and how we can actually work together. We have few plans for it, which I'm going to share, and making it more affordable, right, for you to continue use the machine for better performance and productivity. And TCO is total cost of ownership. And I'm going to share about how we're going to reduce the total cost of ownership. Right. So what does TCO consist of? Right. So for organization that already using Mac for many years, they should understand how actually it operates with Apple Business Manager, how we do the enrollment, how we actually can remotely push all the application to the end user with the managed Apple ID, right? With having said that, of course, I do agree the initial cost of Apple devices can be higher when you compare to any other brand, compared to Windows PC, maybe, right? But lately, Apple have launched their trademark, their own significant chipset, M1 and M2, right? Which gives a better output, better productivity level, and energy saving, right? How actually this kind of features actually helps to reduce your TCO. Let me show you the next slide. Sorry. Okay, as I said, there's a four main components when you looking into this total cost of ownership on IT assets, precisely on the laptop or endpoints. First is the hardware, the purchase cost of the hardwares. Second, the purchase cost of the softwares. Then the package that you need for the support, right? Extended warranty, on-site warranty, and so on. And lastly, the operational costs to use the machine for your years of the IT life cycle. It can be 2 years, 3 years, and some company has like 4 to 5 years policy. So together, when you put all these costs together, that's where you'll see the total cost of ownership on the asset, right? Yeah, someone again say something, is it? Is there any question there? No, okay.
Maybe
So
not yet.
okay, so these are the main four components, and I would like to penetrate in and deep dive to share with you what are the financial benefit actually we can get it from here. So in this page, you can see two tables there, right? One says that 3-year hardware and software costs. The next one is 3 years support and operational costs. So when you look into it, right, we try to see how actually you are making the saving, right? Comparing to a Windows PC and a Mac PC, right? And with a very, very, very 99% similar requirement. So first metric, when you see, right, the device cost, right? Initially, I said the device cost for a PC can be like, cheaper than Mac, where I'm taking studies done by Forrester, right? So a PC can cost you about $1,200. This is in USD, and Mac can be cheaper at, the starting price can be 1,500. But when you look into the other things that you need to run the machine, right? Like softwares. So here, incremental required software means you need to still buy licenses for or install softwares for your security, antivirus, and so on. But for Mac, actually doesn't need. Mac doesn't need an antivirus. I don't think so. You guys have heard about Mac, need to be installed with antivirus because Mac's gatekeeper is as good as any antivirus out there in the market, right? So for incremental peripherals, here maybe Mac needs additional peripherals like the adapter for your USB, the HDMI port, and so on. A minimal factor that I factored in, and residual value, right? The second-hand value. So let's say you have used your machine for a year, 2 years, and you need to replace. And what are the value that you have? The device value. A PC can go up maximum to 10% after 2 to 3 years, and fourth year, I didn't think so. We can see any value, right? But Mac can still give you about 25%, right? 25% to 30%. And yeah, when you see into the financial value, is about $120 for a PC and $375 for a Mac. So this is where it starts to show you how we can actually save money or reduce the total cost of ownership, right? And risk adjustment here is about the insurance, device protections, or that you buy additionally to manage your risk, right? So total up is $1,567, and Mac gives you about 1,300. So here itself, you really see how much of money actually you can save when you look into Mac. And when you look into the next table, right, the support and operational costs, right? So starting from provisioning, it's like installing, distributing, and then passing over to all your end users. The cost that it takes for a PC is $43, according to the Forrester Consulting, and Mac it takes $3, right? $3.5, right? And service tickets here, the support level for Mac is way much lower when you compare to a PC, right? The failure rate, the needs of having a support team for ticketing is lesser when you compare to a PC and Mac, right? And it's about like 3.5 times lower, right? The rates is lower than the PC. And additional general IT management means maybe you have any other CRM, your in-house policies to be installed, and so on. And maximum, those are the numbers. And the bottom line, right? Bottom line, when I say that when Mac comes with M1, M2, it gives you a better output, better energy, right? One single charge can last for 18 hours for a MacBook Air, and about 22 hours for a MacBook Pro, and so on. So the energy saving here, in the long run, right? You're going to save about more than 3.8 times, and so on, right? So yes, when you see at the bottom line, right? Overall, for 3 years, right? For the 3 years use, $2,951 needed for manage a PC, right? The total cost of ownership for a PC is 2,951, and for a Mac is actually $2,108, right? So the 3-year average savings per device is $842. I'm talking about one device, and when you put into consideration of an enterprise, it can start with 30 machines, 30 users, up to 60, 100, and so on. So when you multiply this number, you're going to see a very huge amount, right? So this calculation is based on what Forrester Consulting have done, right? If you need a better comparison, let's say you already have an IT asset on Apple or non-Apple and so on. If you want me or Noventic to come into do a consultation, like show you how actually we can reduce the total cost of ownership by adapting into Mac, yes, we are ready, right? So please contact us after this session, and I'll be very happy to come and see you actually, right? Okay, now let me bring to next page. Yeah, the operational system, right? OS. So we have for Microsoft, we have Windows, like from 10, 11, and moving forward. For Mac, we have Mac OS, and for iPad, we have iPad OS, and so on. So you must understand, try to make people understand, and the audience understand that it doesn't need additional license, right? For security for Mac, right? You don't need to purchase any license. It's already like good enough and well protected with the gatekeeper version. And you doesn't need actually to install additional antivirus to the line run Mac. Then to set up, when you look into setting up a PC, right? I'm not talking bad about PC, but that's a fact, right? It needs about at least 60 minutes to complete the installation, right? But Mac, it comes out of the box. It is pre-installed with all the features, and it just takes 5 minutes to do the user setting, right? It'll greet you when you open the machine. It'll greet you with hello, and then you're gonna just key in your username and the password so that you can quickly go into your machine and start working. And as I said, less IT support tickets. And this is based on the record that we have for the past many years, because see, Apple comes with the, we claim that comes with the best class hardware and software to ensure that the business continuity is not affected, right? And yeah, you no need to purchase the OS, the operating system, the Mac OS comes with the box, comes with the machine, and all the updates will be pushed annually, right? Or even whenever it needed. And there's no additional cost involved other than your data charges that, your internet connection and so on. So maybe I'm not asking any question here, but if you have any questions, you can post it in the chat box. Maybe our moderator can guide me here, right? So let me take to the next slide. Yeah, today, the main topic that I would like to discuss today with you guys. So the way to reduce the actual cost of the device, Apple device. So actually it applies for not only Apple, it's a model that applicable for any other brand. But today I'm emphasizing on Apple, right? So first is buyback. So we call it trade in, right? We are ready to do a buyback on your old IT assets. It can be Apple or any non-Apple devices. And second topic will be leasing, right? Leasing, rental leasing, or we say device as a service. So Noventic, we are ready with these two different models to cater to our customers to see how we can actually work together in the long run to reduce your total cost of ownership. So yeah, let me bring to the first topic. Okay, when there is a need to upgrade your hardware, right? Any organization will understand, and IT team will understand that all the devices are meant to be, end of life, end of its life, so that it works for maximum 3 years, 4 years, or you do some modification and repair and extend the life for 5 years, so that you don't need to purchase frequently. But at some point of time, you need to decide to upgrade your hardware because you need to cope up with the latest technology and the speed that the latest technology gives to the market, and what you do with the old device. So previously, traditionally, I understand we try to keep old stocks in our storeroom, ask our IT team to manage it, with the RAM, with the motherboard, keyboard, mouse, and so on, right? So we have a solution, right? We have a solution to reduce your headache on IT maintenance because it comes with cost, right? So we provide trade-in or buyback solution for Apple products in Noventic. So how we do this? Let me take to the next slide. Yes. Yeah. So this is an example, right? Let's say you have many Apple devices. Here is about iPad. Let's say you have a number of iPads, and it's a fourth gen iPad, right? And you would like to see a hardware upgrade. You want to have, or you want to try, you want to go with latest iPad Pro because it fits your purpose for the requirements, speeds, or softwares requirement to be on the hardware machine. And here, if your iPad is in a very good condition, of course, we do have classification on the on the device. If the Apple iPad is still in a working condition, we can buy it back for 1,170 ringgit, right? 1,170 ringgit for your 3 years old machine. And you can have an option to buy from us an iPad Pro Gen 4, which will cost you about $3,899 out of the box. And we can do a contra, right? here you can see about 30% saving. Uh, you're giving back your old device to us, and we are selling a new device to you, and you get back the money that you invested about 3 years ago, right? So we start getting the trading buyback package minimum with 10 devices, which means I need the old version of iPad in 10, minimum 10, and we can make the cash payback to company within 21 days, right? But having said that, there's one disclaimer. For new delivery, let's say you are purchasing iPad Pro from us, new delivery, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks, because you need to be, go through the process of PO, invoice, delivery order, and so on, right? So yeah, if there's any question on this, maybe you can ask me later. This is about example, right? An example how actually we can do a trade-in. We are ready to buy back your Apple, iPad, any Apple devices actually. So sorry to say that. And we are ready to buy any Apple devices. Plus, today I'm going to share that if you have old devices on HP, Dell, Lenovo, so on, yes, we can still do this. Okay. Yeah, for a MacBook, same example, but this is for the MacBook. And if you have a MacBook Pro from 2019 with 8 gig RAM, 128 gigabyte of SSD, so we can look into it to give back about 1,700 ringgit, right? The residual value for the machine, and you can purchase a 13-inch MacBook with 8 gig, but with 256 RAM for $5,699, right? So those are the difference, and same process, same settlement period. We are willing to buy back your old machines and provide our new model. It doesn't need to be 13-inch MacBook Pro, but this is just for example. You can even choose MacBook Pro 14 inches, 16 inches, and so on. Okay, now as I said, the residual value of Apple products after 3 years is not less than 30% of the original cost, right? The original device cost, right? So our solution is to provide the best market practice, right, in trading business, and we also come with additional service of doing the data wiping, right? So no need to worry about the data that you keep on your old machine. We have two solutions. Maybe we can share later about it. We have two solutions, two softwares that works well with the ISO standard, and we can do the data wiping and safeguard your personal or business information from exposure, right? So data wiping, I think, has been the market for many years, and IT people will understand that we have Secure and Blanco and so on. So we deal with two different, big time data wiping partners, so that we can come up with a solution for you if it is very important, right? Okay, so the next slide. How it does it work? Okay, just to give you a simple scenario, let's say company A have about 30 devices to be, you know, uh, trade in. They want to sell it back. So what we can do is, you can let me know. So what I require is the asset listing. We will share with you the Excel sheet. I can email you over so that you will have the Excel sheet, and you can fill in the Excel sheet with the brand name, specification, serial number, and email back to us. So we will do an assessment based on the serial number, and we can come up with a pro or estimation value of the machine, right? By doing an assessment. If needed, maybe you can snapshot the image of each machine, so that we just need to have a look that the machine is in a good condition, right? It's not broken or something like that. And within like 2 to 3 days, we can give you a quotation how much actually the old devices can give you a monetary value, right? And yeah, we are ready. If you are okay, we'll come to your place, do a online or on-site assessment to really look into the machine, touch and see, and run the OS. And we provide logistic. We will come with our van or lorry if needed, depending on the amount of device that you guys want to, sell off. And we'll bring back, and the money will be transferred to your account. So it's very smooth, very linear. Okay, next, right? So that is done. That is the trade-in or buyback solution that we have, which means that we are ready to buy back your old devices. Uh, in regards disregard of any brand, it can be Apple, non-Apple, we are still ready to work with that. So now I'm going to jump into the leasing model, right? First we have buyback and rental leasing. So now we want to explore and then share about rental leasing. So how actually Noventic going to provide this? So rental leasing in the Malaysian market is been there for more than 10 years, because I'm from rental leasing industry as well. So some call it device as a service, like software as a service and blah blah. So device as a service, and it's actually a rental leasing program. So how actually benefit your customer? So first, budget saving, right? So by taking into leasing model, right? So you can spread your IT costs, the capex, the capital expenditure to purchase a hardware, right? Can be 10 multiple or thousand of hardwares that you want to purchase. You can spread the IT cost into a monthly, into a OPEX. So it basically is a CAPEX versus OPEX, right? And with this, you can do cash perseverance, right? You can use your money, the CAPEX, your fund on your core business rather than, spend it on the high tea purchase. You can use your fund, company fund, into your core business, improve your business, and your IT expenditure can be covered with this capex model. So capex versus opex, basically something that, right, most of the companies are looking at it, because most of the services are now in a subscription mode, right? Most of your licenses, your Windows, your Microsoft, your cloud solutions, your security, and whatever it takes, it now in a subscription mode. So very similar. Now the hardware, right? The MacBook basically, or Apple devices, Noventic is ready to give you in a subscription mode as well. Someone is talking. Okay, no worries. So then third, keep it modern, right? What it means keep it modern is rental leasing comes with certain time period. Like we go with 2 years contract, 3 years contract. So every contract period, we will come and collect back the old device and give back. We'll supply with a new technology, new model, so that you just continue pay, right? Just allocate your budget for 2 years, and then look into the budget for the next 2 years or 3 years, right? And it gives you advantage of optimizing the technology, right? So every 2 to 3 years, the devices will need to be refreshed if you want to be in line with the latest technology. So this is one model that helps you to look into it, right? Every 3 years you do device refreshment. So Noventic will take care of everything. We will come even up to the deployment, right? The machine before delivery will be fully deployed, and end user will just need to open the box, key in the username, password, and they can start the use. So that level of service that we can provide, because Apple technologies are available with such features. And lastly, support service. So extended, no, as a Noventic, we will give you the extension of warranty, right? Or extension of on-site support. Let's say you need an engineer on-site to come and look into the device if there's any breakdown. And Apple, as I show you, that is like 3 times lesser headache for supporting, but still we can give you an on-site support. By coming into your premise, maybe do a swapping, one-to-one swapping with a new machine, and get it back for a repair and come back with a better solutions. So those are 4 areas that what leasing can give you. Okay, I'm going to show you example. So this is based on how to say that, a number that I picked just for a demonstration purpose, right? So the figures, whatever figures that I use here is just for a demonstration purpose, and the interest rate are determined only after a financial credit evaluation done on each customer, right? So for example, let's say device MacBook Air with M2 chipset and 16 gigabyte unified memory, right? Maybe what 256 SSD. The cost of it somewhere 5,000 ringgit, right? Somewhere 5,000 ringgit. I put it in a simple number for easier calculation, right? So let's say it's about 5,000 ringgit per device, cost of purchase. cost of purchase. Let's say it's outright purchase. Let's say you want to buy a device and it is MacBook Air M2 16 GB, and you need to spend about 5,000. And you have a plan to do a rental leasing for this one device for 3 years, right? For 3 years. So how we do this is we add the selling price with the annual interest rate for 3 years and divide it for 36 months, because 3 years equal to 36 months. So when you look into this calculation, 3 years rental leasing with 1.5 rental 1.5 in percentage. So it can be different, right? It can be different based on the customer's credit valuation. If you are a good paymaster, if you have a very good record, your financial record is not in a high gearing ratio, then possible to have even 0% is there, right? So if 5,000 ringgit add with the interest rate for 3 years, 1.5 times 3 years, and divide by 36 months, you're just going to allocate about 145 ringgit per month for the next 36 months. So you save about 4,000 over ringgit per device for that particular month and spread it to 36 years. So if there is any question, you can put it in the chat box, and I don't mind answering here itself, because I won't be touching about the calculation later.
So
What
Guru,
do you,
so
what do you
meaning
think?
that if let's
Yeah.
say if like you mentioned is if the company is a good paymaster, is there a
Mhm.
possibility that the IR percentage goes to zero?
Yes, and thank you for the question, Rachel. Because it depends on the years. We have like two solutions. We will suggest 2 or 3 years, not 4 or 5, because of the hardware technology so on. So if the financial record, the financial evaluation is fine with the customer, yes, the interest rate can drop up to 0%, and yeah, it can go above depending on the customer's financial statement. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the question. Okay, let me take to the next. So why it possible? See, you no need to care about the recycling of your old equipment. So when you come into device as a service, so the device is no longer belongs to the company or you, right? The customer. So it belongs to the service provider. So what it means, it won't reflect in your balance sheet. So you no need to pay tax for your purchase or whatever asset that you have, because the device will be owned by the service provider, which in this case is Noventic. And every 2 or 3 years, right, every 2 to 3 years, you just need to uh, refresh the IT assets with us, right? So you worry about recycling the old equipment, disposing the old equipment, finding ethical disposer to buy your old devices, and so on, right? So we are here to take care about everything. And then second, opportunity to save on purchase of new equipment. As I said, when a MacBook can cost you about 5,000 ringgit, and let's say you have about 30 people working, and 30 times 5,000 is about 150,000, right? So 150,000 ringgit, you can actually split it into 36 months and go into OPEX model, right? And you invest the balance of the initial money that you have into your core business. You see your profit and pay us by the profit that you see every month, right? So this is the rental model, or device as a service is all about. Now, yes, both trading, both new purchase and leasing rental model comes with extended warranty. So all the any Apple device comes with standard 1 year warranty, but you can still do an extension up to 3 to 5 years, depending on the model. For iPad, Mac, and like Apple Watch and accessories, it has different duration of extension. So we can look into it depending on the requirement. So Apple do come with extended warranty. On top of it, Novintic is adding our service, like to come on site to do evaluation on or preventive maintenance, a kind of thing, right? We can arrange according to the needs that we have from the floor. Yes, this is noventic device protection. So this more into asset insurance, right? You purchase an insurance on asset so that if anything happen on the device, on the rented device, right? So it is covered for loss, theft, disaster happen, fire, and so on, or it fall down and then had some, device malfunctions. So we do offer novatic device protection. It's an insurance program for the asset, and you are covered. You should make sure that you pay together with the subscription. It'll be like combined together the monthly pay. And if let's say your end user, one of your staff lost it, don't know what happened. As a customer, you just need to make sure that you lodge a police report and pass the report to us, and we will take care of everything. And yeah, for the solution, we will provide you an additional machine, right? Depending on the package of that, we can do a swapping, right? We can provide a urgent or emergency machine for you to continue work. Yeah, the same thing that I was telling about. So damage, we can do a free pickup and do a fast repair, right? So it comes with the device protection plan. So that's all. So just nice, about 28, 29 minutes, 30 minutes. I've uh, used my time. So is there any question you can post it here or ask me correctly, or maybe I pass it back to Rachel. Rachel, say I'm done, so you can correct me if I miss anything.
Yes, thanks. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second, so we can move on to the Q&A session.
Mhm.
So, yeah, everyone. So if you have any question, you can actually unmute yourself right now, or let's wait for the Q&A where we scanning this QR code, and we'll bring you to a portal where you can actually raise the question anonymously. And right, let me click on it. Gonna bring me to the portal. Give me a second. So basically, I'm using the Mentimeter portal here. So let's see. So the QR code is still available here. Okay, we do have a question raised already. So over to you, Guru. What are the three key components of TCO? Total cost of ownership focuses on.
Okay. One is the hardware cost, the purchase price, the money that you're going to spend on the hardware. Secondly, the softwares and the operational costs.
Okay,
Right?
great, thanks.
Okay.
So there's a second question. Yeah. Does Noventic exclusively trade in Apple products, or does it also accept other used IT assets from other brands?
Yes, we are open. We are open to buy back any other brands, right? If you have, let's say you've been loyal to HP, Dell, and Lenovo, no worries, right? We are ready to buy back. We do have a mechanism behind us. What we do with the machine, a lot of other things that involve, like the machine has second life, and we can provide it to the schools, suburban places. Those government schools don't have support, so we can channel it to that. And for that, we are not picky on only Apple, so we are open for any brands. Rachel, yeah, HP, Dell,
So,
Lenovo, Acer, any brands, yeah.
so I do have the question extended from here. So meaning that if let's say I have a tablet, but I want to buy a MacBook, can tablet exchange with MacBook trade in and buy a MacBook, or it has to be laptop equivalent to MacBook of trade?
Thank you for the question, actually. It's actually not related. So let's say you have a tablet from any brands, and you can actually do it separately. You can sell it to us. I can buy back, and then separately we can go for your purchase, right? So we can do a contra later on the paper, right? On the paper or on the financial thing, but it doesn't need to be iPad to iPad or Apple to Apple, or sorry, MacBook to MacBook. Because as I said, you can even trade in, or you can sell your old HP, Dell, Lenovo and buy Apple devices from us. So there's no actually a condition that actually is open.
Mm. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next. What would be the perfect recommended time frame for the rental leasing program?
Okay, I will suggest 2 years as Noventic from Noventic as a as a practitioner because there's a lot of other factors. 2 years gives you a very good output from the machine, and the third year is the year where the machine starts to show some lagginess, some problems or minor issues, right? So on technical errors, and to cope up with latest technology, the second area, right? Because technology is like ever changing, right? So every 2 to 3 years, so you have the full advantage when you go to rental leasing. So every 2 years, you go change your or refresh your machines, and maximum is 3 years. So we don't do rental leasing for fourth year, but in this case, 3 years. If needed for an additional 6 months or a year, we can do a separate agreement, right? After the tenure, 3 years, we can quickly sit and understand if you need a quick extension. Yes, we can consider doing that. But the ideal rental period would be 2 to 3 years, and 3 years, the chances of customer to get lesser interest rate is higher from the 3 years rental period, right? If you choose to go with 2 years, the annual interest rate will be lower. It can be 0%, right? It can be 0%. And yes.
What
So did
if
that answer your question?
the yeah, what if the rental time frame, the leasing time frame exceed like even 3.5 years or 4 years? Can it be done in this way based on the customer request? Is that possible?
Okay, I think I didn't get the question right. Can you like repeat
Okay.
the question more?
So meaning like the recommended time frame will be 3 years for leasing. Am I
Okay.
right? So
Yes.
what if the customers would like to extend not just half another 6 months, but up to a year? Maybe from 3 years to 4 years, something like that.
Okay. Okay. It won't be part of the contract, right? It won't be part of the contract, but extension is allowable. We can do that. So what we can do is, Noventic still need to come do an evaluation on the machine. We need to still do an assessment whether the machine's condition is, uh, meet the requirement to be extended, right? So at this
Mm,
point of time, I can see yes, but with condition, right? If you want to extend for another year, so you are saying that, I rented for 3 years, I need another
mm,
1 year. So we extend this duration for another year. Yes, to answer your question, yes, but we still need to assessment. We need to understand that if the machine really fits to be extended for another year or 2 years.
Okay, thanks. I think, yeah. The last question. Do you accept mobile trade-in, like to buy iPhone devices
Yes.
for the company use, basically? Yeah, I
Yes,
think.
under Apple, we sell all Apple products, and we do buy back Apple, I mean iPhones as well. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
let's see if we have, I think the questions are all answered through this portal. And
Mhm.
let's see if we have any question on the chat. Yeah, I think it's all very straightforward and people understood. Okay, then we can move on to our fifth. Okay, I think there's a one question posted as well. Give me a second. Yeah, let me move to the next. Based on your experience for MacBook, is there any limitation of accessing or installing open application like WhatsApp, desktop, run PowerShell, or etc. etc.?
Uh, Okay. The when we understand the question, when we have experience, the full experience, user experience with Windows, and you want to have the same experience with OS MacBook, right? Uh, no, but those companies are trying to give the same user experience, but the answer will be like not exactly. We can not. Okay, I'm not answering on only WhatsApp or any other particular application. So generally, right?
Mm,
Generally, whatever application or proprietary software that been installed in Windows environment, it doesn't really how to say this. It doesn't really can be installed in Mac OS. Right? We need to study. We need to understand what kind of software you're talking about. If it is WhatsApp, yes, WhatsApp can be installed. We have MacBook. Uh, version for WhatsApp.
I think
For
as long as the application available on App Store, it
correct.
is able to install on Mac. But other than that, if we
Yeah,
more
yeah.
specific,
That
probably will have.
correct.
Yeah,
Thanks for
okay.
that, Rachel. Yeah, it answered the question well. Additionally, if really need some adjustment, maybe Apple extended Noventic we can do, because we do have software developers who can actually understand the software. If it is a proprietary software, your own software to be installed in MacBook now, yeah, we can sit
Mhm.
together and do the software development for Apple environment ecosystem. Yes, we can do that.
Yeah, that's where we are here to assist you in terms of all those services, additional services.
Right.
Great. I think no more question from this portal. Let's move to the chat. Okay. I think, yeah. So great. Then that's all from us for the Q&A, and we value your feedback. Do scan this QR code as appear on the screen and let us know how we perform in this session. How is the knowledge transfer through Guru works. And if you want to find out more about, you want to connect with Guru for a consultation, scan this QR code and drop us a comment, and we will reach out to you the soonest. And of course, Guru, or you just got the Guru's email address, you can reach out to him directly as well. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. We end slightly early, and I'll giving you back like 10 minutes. And okay, I think there's a person that raised up the question, raised up the hand. Uh, let's see. Okay, I think they've
Yes,
lowered down.
you can
But you
tell
still
them,
can, yeah, unmute
unmute
yourself.
and
Okay, okay. I think no worries.
okay,
That's all from us. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and have a good day. Bye.
bye.
Guru, there's a raised hand. Yes, sir. You can unmute yourself to ask question. Ah, I'm so sorry. Or maybe, Sir Ahmad, I will reach out to you directly because I think unfortunately Guru has left. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for everyone for your time. Thank you.